Hi, I'm Ben Potter. I'm a Year 12 student at Arden School in Epping. This year I've been working on my major development project for design technology. And it wasn't long ago that I was on my L plates and that I was working on getting my 120 hours that I had to do for to gain my Ps. And the one thing I remember is the fact that each time I go for a drive I had to fill out this log, and I found it really tedious and annoying to do. I'll either forget to do it completely, or I'll misplace the book, or I just won't want to do it because it's just a tedious job. I mean, I need to fill it out and my dad needs to fill it out as well. So what I've done this year is I've created a multi-platform application that allows you to use on your iPad, on your iPhone, on any smartphone device that has access to the internet, so that as you drive in the car, the instructional driver can use it to simply record the hours that you're doing. Alright, so let me show you how it works. Upon opening the application, you're greeted with a welcoming screen that recognises you by name and that has two main parts to it. It has the header and the body. The header has a logout button, so when you're done you can log out of the application. It also holds the title of what page you're at and the date. And the body tells you how many hours you've done up to date. It estimates when you're going to finish getting your L plates based on what you've done in the past few weeks. And it also has three main buttons that allows you to access the three main parts of the application. There's New Journey, for when you want to add a new journey when you start to go for a drive. You're able to view your logbook with the View Logbook button. And the final one is the tutorials. That was a major part of the old paper-based logbook. So let's say you wanted to make a new journey. That's very simple. All you do is click on the New Journey button on the welcoming screen. And then from here you're faced with 4 fields for you to fill in. The first one is where you're starting from. So let's say I was starting in Epping and I was driving to Chatswood. The next field that you've got to fill out is the instructional driver, which is who you're driving with. I'm going to make his name Lawrence. And the last thing you've got to fill out is the speedometer start. I'm going to make mine 1787. Car hasn't been used for long, obviously. So look at how easy this is to fill out. Once you've done all that, you just press the begin button and you're greeted with the screen that will be open while you're doing your driving. So imagine this open with your instructional driver while you're doing your drive. It's recording how long you've been driving for and also displaying the information that you've just filled out on the right hand side. So let's pretend you've been driving for about an hour and a half, you finally stopped. All you have to do is press the stop driving button and it will take you to the logbook screen where you're able to view this log that you've just done. So let's say you wanted to view all the information, all the logs that you've done previously for your driving. Very easy to do, you just click on the View Logbook button. Now this is the screen that you've seen before when going for a new drive, but let's explore it in a bit more detail here. As you can see, you've got the information about previous logs that you've been. There's two things that I really want to mention here. There's the back button. Now that takes you back to the previous screen, which was the welcoming screen. But there's also these left and right buttons. What these do is they allow you to scroll through the previous logs that you've done. As you can see, I can press the left button to view previous ones. One more thing is that when you click on a log itself, it opens up a pop-up screen that displays information relative to the drive. So for example, when I click on this one, you can see that it says on this date I drove from this place to this place. Also, in that pop-up itself, you're able to change things such as day or night and what the weather was and whether the road was sealed, unsealed, etc. So this is a really good screen if you're wanting to be able to view the logs that you've done previously. So if we click on tutorials, you can view 5 main sections that I've categorized all the tutorials into. The first one is building a foundation. So let's open that one and have a look. In building a foundation, there's a lot of things that you need to do. As you can see as you scroll through them, there's preparing to drive, vehicle controls, moving off and stopping, etc. So let's just open the first one, which is preparing to drive. This screen is really good in the sense that it provides 4 main things that you can do. The first one is I've made a text scrolling area that you're able to read through as you go and do this tutorial. For example, I've written out for the learning goal, make all the required adjustments to enable safe, comfortable and effective control of the vehicle. And this outlines everything that you really need to know when you do this tutorial. On the left hand side, there's an image or a video that I've included for the student to view, and that really iterates what they'll be learning in this text information. Some students respond really well to images and videos rather than text, so I've included this. And the videos make it very, very good to learn things such as if you're doing parking, if you can visualize what it would be like through a video, that would be much more effective than an image. So say once you've finished a tutorial and you want to save that you've done it, down the bottom there's a form input section that you would click on to type in someone's name that you've done it with. So let's say for this example I've completed this tutorial with Lawrence. I enter his name and press the Done button. Upon which the application will ask me, are you sure that I want to save this tutorial with Lawrence? And I'd say, yes, I'm sure I want to save that. And it would say that I have now completed this on the 11th of the 8th, 2011 with Lawrence. So make sure you check out the application and enjoy using it.